We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB, I heard you rockin' with the team. I heard you rockin' with the team.
We came a long way from where we used to be. Now you see us on the scene.
WGDB, I heard you rockin' with the team. I heard you
What's good, y'all? I'm Roy.
I'm Brill.
And it's Jeremiah.
Welcome to another episode of We Gotta Do Better. We back at it again with another interview. We here with our big brother, James Johnson. He's a community organizer, and we want to get a good message out there to y'all, and want to hear it.
We gonna let him talk, guys.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Take it away. Let's just jump right into it, I guess.
We family,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, Mr. Johnson.
We family, you know. I'm just happy to be here, support y'all brothers. This is positive, you know. It's not what the narrative is that they put out there with us, right? So,
Yeah, definitely.
we want to. I wanted to make time to come out here.
We appreciate
We're
that.
supposed to come out here a little earlier than that, you know. But
Yeah.
earlier in the month. But I'm excited to be here, man.
Oh, yeah, we appreciate it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hey, for the people that didn't know, we actually from the same streets as him.
CMB.
Same high school. Played rifles, little league together.
Yeah.
We literally walking in his footsteps, and this is an example of like what we could potentially be. And that was the reason why we was like, yo, we gotta get him on there. And that's why we appreciate you coming out here. You know, like we see you having things going on in the community. You have like a main message that you want to get out off rip, and then we just get into it.
Oh yeah, before all that though, like tell the people a little bit about yourself, you know?
I'm James Johnson, community organizer. I attended PS 136, IS 59,
I went there.
Campus Madden High School.
I went there too.
Oh yeah.
Law and government.
Oh, you went to law.
Humanities.
Right? And I'm a product of Springfield Rifles.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the board for the Springfield Rifles currently.
Oh.
You
Okay.
know, I'm a man of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm a social action chair for my chapter. I'm from this community. I'm born and raised in this community. I went away to school. I went to a historical black college university called Benedict College. I came back home and I started doing the work as soon as I got back in 2016. So, you know, it's a lot of things we've been doing. You know, I love to give back to the community. We've have parades at Campus Madden, homecoming, 4 years in a row. We had to stop it this year because of COVID.
Yeah.
But, you know, we do a lot of things in the community to kind of showcase the community in a positive light. And now I'm running for office to serve the community that served me for so many years. You know, I didn't have the privilege of going home after school like everybody else. I had to go to after school. You know, I had to go to after school programs.
Oh yeah, Boys and Girls Clubs and all that
Right?
stuff.
You know, I had a teen center. Right? Y'all remember teen center? I don't know if y'all remember teen center.
Nah, I don't remember that one.
Nah, it was like
We had PAL.
We know about
PAL
PAL.
Force. So, you know, like I said, I went to 136. So they used to, PAL Force of Lori, which is down the block, used to pick us up from 136. We used to walk over there and play ball, arts and craft. Mr. Vaughn dance studio used to be in there. And then during the daytime, there was a senior center home. It was like, not a home, but a senior center club, like Jasper or what it was. So it was a big community center that was in the community for 30 years. And it's gone. So I actually left my senior year at high school at campus in 2009. So,
That's crazy.
you know,
You looking to bring that back?
12 years.
It's been a minute.
absolutely. Right? So we're talking about 09, March. You can look it up. You can Google it. March 2009 was the first rally that they had.
Oh, yeah?
And it was asking for to keep it open and all that stuff like that. And then after that, it closed down in June, July. So we're talking about something that's been in the community for 30 years.
I used to
Just uprooted. Yo,
I
you
used to go there.
Yeah, because you a Hollis. You a
Yeah,
Hollis.
I'm from Hollis. I actually live on 205. That's where I've lived. Like grew up my whole life.
So you know Dave, you know Mello.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Dave,
Those my
shout
guys.
out Mello.
Shout out Mello. Yeah, those are my guys.
You know, I mentioned your name, Dave. You know, don't get hyped. You know, you're not good in Hollis.
Those our guys.
Yeah, man.
You know, but those my guys. You know, those my boys.
Okay, so I got a question for you though. Like, you know, you grew up around here. What made you decide to like try to get involved in Congress, in the council?
What made me want to get active is the things that I came back home. When I came back home in 2016, all the resources that I came up with were gone. right? So that PAL, right? Think about
Yeah.
that PAL. You come back home, what happened?
The
The access for Roy Wilkins.
Oh yeah, we seen how that field used to be.
Yeah,
the
right.
bumps.
Yeah.
Right? So, when y'all played, it was still basketball and football, right?
Yep.
Right? So, we played basketball and football till we couldn't, walk anymore.
Yeah.
So we had access to the whole building
Okay.
at Roy Wilkins.
Yeah, we
The gym,
we
everything.
didn't use that.
Yeah, we had access. It's so, think about it. These got rifles that coming right now. They wouldn't even know that side of it. That's what we was known for.
Yeah.
We was known for basketball and football, not just football.
Yep.
So, you came and played the rifles, you was going to have a rough day,
Yep.
right? Because we was going to lock you down.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And we was going to make you slow everything up. So so that facility is home. And the fact that the access is not the way it is anymore, that's a problem for me. And the fact that that's the only community center in our area.
Yeah.
So we're a community center desert. That means that it takes 2 to 3 buses to get to Roy Wilkins. So
Yeah.
we're a community center desert. So when you asked about gun violence, we had a young man that got killed the other day, right? And when you ask why these things come, and elected officials or these people, advocates, the quote-unquote advocates come out and say, oh, yeah, we got to stop gun violence. What did you put out there to be prevented for to happen?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's nowhere
The
for young people to
resources
go,
wasn't
right? Even if
there.
we want to go tow junk right now and say, I could go kill y'all in ball right now, right?
Yeah.
Where we
Which you
gonna go?
can't. But
That's a creep.
And that's facts. That's facts.
I got you
When
about
was-
20 pounds.
when I was-
20 pounds, easy. But no, it's advocating. It's easy for me to advocate. There's some people that are quiet, they see an issue, and they're quiet about it. It doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
That wasn't me coming up. That's not me coming up. It's not my personality. So how do we take this voice and make sure it's positivity and advocating, and I do that job. Now it's advocating and then having the solutions to back up the advocating, right? Because you just want to advocate and say, hey, we do this, right? Rally.
yeah.
No, we have the actual solutions for the problems. Okay, if we don't have the funding for a community center,
Let's get the funding somehow, some way.
if we
Fundraising.
get the funding, but let's do it easier. Open up the schools. Make the schools the community centers, right?
We used to have Big Apple.
Yeah, big. Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
it used
they
to be
shut
Big
down
Apple.
Big
They
Apple.
wanted- Jack used to swim.
Big Apple was lit.
HSP.
Yeah, they just stopped having it one year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, HSPD, yeah, all of that.
There's no,
forgot
there's
about
not, there's
that.
not, yeah, you can't, yeah. There's no place for a young person just to parlay inside a facility in our community. And this house is probably worth $750,000. You probably can Google that, right? This house right here that you live in is probably at least $700,000 to $750,000. And you have no community center in the area and no access to your schools. So,
And is that based off the proper like?
but no, I mean, it's showing that if this was a $500,000 house, maybe okay, the means is not. But no, we have great houses here, which means the property tax is higher. So that means that what are we paying for property tax?
Where is it going?
Where's it going?
that money going?
Right. So that's the trail, right? So we there's so many reasons, but why I want to get active. But the voice, right? We're men, and I believe men should have a voice, say what's on their mind, say what the issues are, and don't let things just rock. And I think I'm a man for the job.
Yeah, one thing I do want to say is you do know how to pull people together. This guy pulls the community together almost like he snapped his fingers and you see a bunch of people pull up. Well, when you had a rally just to fight for high school sports, just for the high school students to get seen by colleges, you're thinking about college students playing athletes going over, going to the next level. Yeah. And when I seen that, I was like, oh wow, like he's really working for us because at the time,
that's where we come from.
Yeah, at the time we're in lockdown, but then you notice that other schools in Long Island, they're open, so they have the opportunity to get to the next level. And you're using sports, but you're thinking beyond sports. You're thinking about long term, getting scouts, getting things like that. And I was like, wow, he's really pulling the community together just on issues like that do matter, that have long term effects. And I was like, oh, this is
and that's where we come from. That's where we're.
And think about it. It goes back to what he was saying earlier. Like kids don't have a place to parlay and take part in extracurricular activities. So because of that, there's violence and all that other stuff. And if we was to create more, activities, more things for them to do, there would be less of that. Because I'll be honest, for most of us, football and sports is what got us out the streets.
Definitely.
True or false?
That's 100%.
Like,
I had nothing else. I used to be in the neighborhood just on holidays, just running up and down, stealing phones, stealing iPhones, you know what I'm saying? Going to parties, having fights, doing nonsense, all because they wouldn't let us chill inside the library, Queens Library. Used to always kick us out of Queens Library.
And then you start playing football.
Started playing football.
What happened?
To Jack, and then I got my grades together. I just needed some.
You need something
constructive.
Yeah, and it's funny because that just goes to show, like, a lot of times in these kind of communities, they undermine these extracurricular activities. They just like, they don't put enough funding into them. They're not thinking about, these things matter. Go ahead.
You can't get upset at a kid who's like being exposed to something, like being exposed to the streets, and then get mad at the kid for following their friends that they're following in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a joke, right? Because everybody wants to belong to something.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like everybody wants to belong to something.
Yeah, everybody.
If you didn't, then everybody would be entrepreneurs.
Yep.
Right? You go into a job for stability. It's an organization, right? You get benefits. You want to belong to something. You join a fraternity, right? You want to belong to something. You join a football team, a basketball team. You want to belong to something.
Yeah.
Join the game.
You want to join the game.
Right?
Yeah.
You
Same
want to belong
thing.
to something. You want to gravitate to cheerleaders, right? You have dance, right? Everybody wants to belong to something. So now when you take away
Something to
positive
belong to.
things,
Yep.
right? Somebody's gonna come grab you up. You're gonna or you're gonna seek to go. Okay, well they look like they're doing something I want to do.
And it's crazy because I think about it. It's like now that I'm getting older, I'm getting to that age where I'm starting. We've been years out of high school, and like you see a lot of the homies. You see people that didn't continue with education, didn't continue doing anything at all. And it's like, damn, I remember him. You see them, they just be on the block. It's like, damn, yo, he was a beast at football. Oh, damn, he was a beast at football. Yeah. And you think about it, like if there was extra funny and stuff like that, these dudes could be getting paid for the talents and the gift that there's so much gift and talented people that just getting wasted in the streets.
That could be possible, but like these are things that our parents have told us since we were kids. Like some of our friends are gonna die, some of our friends are gonna get locked up, some of our friends are gonna be on the street, some of our friends are gonna be crackheads. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like
So
when you hear that,
you hear that when you're young. Like you don't really take it into full. You don't really take it.
That's true.
Take it serious. But when you're older, like you could look back in hindsight and really understand the wisdom that your parents were trying to bestow upon you, basically. Like you just did a rally the other day on 205 for that gun violence that just happened recently. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, that the situation that happened, it was kind of close to my heart because I kind of know the person and stuff like that, the things that happened. And it was just like, I understand you want to stop the gun violence, but it's like, how do you really make an effect? Like, what are you gonna do? Have cops outside every block? Like, what are you gonna do? Run inside everybody's house, check everybody's cars for the guns? At the end of the day, like, it's like the guns and everything is still going to be here. The gun violence is still going to be here because that's like the second time somebody has been murdered in front of that liquor store.
The thing is that it's all, the root of all this is economics. Like you can talk about, this is not going to happen in a wealthy community. Like a wealthy community. It's all about economics. Like what was happening? Oh, somebody was selling drugs. Or this person was doing this. Or this person. It's all about money, right? And when you take away opportunities or you don't bring resources to people, even from elementary school. These are things that are taught. These are skill sets, right? And if you don't provide that, then you turn into maybe a certain type of individual. And that means sometimes you're hungry. You hungry, bro. You don't got no skill set. How you going to feed your family? How you eating? You're going to find a way, right? So I believe a lot of our friends, peers, because these guys are, sisters and guys are 30 plus years old. They're not young, right? So some of them is about a direct product of the community or our school systems failing us to bring us actual skills and job readiness coming out of high school. There are literally jobs that, as a city council member, you can bring inside of a school and take the test and be making $44 an hour straight out of high school. Called a apprenticeship program, right? Unions have a lot of jobs that they can have come start inside. Like Edison.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Edison is
Edison,
known to have apprenticeship programs. So everybody going to go to college, right? So if you go get this union job, and there's some painters unions, it's like there's unions, bro.
So
like,
that's something that you want to bring into the education room
Absolutely.
is like
our parents
plugging in the resources
Yeah.
into the actual school, so it's easy to transition.
Absolutely.
I know, like it's multiple unions for multiple different type of jobs, not just trades.
No.
It's just mainly trades.
It's trades. I would like to bring vocational learning back, trades, to the schools. Which I was watching. You ever seen Mr. Cooper? I'm a little old head right now, but Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Cooper, wait, no,
The show, Chilling with Mr. Cooper.
I'm thinking he's talking about.
I think you're talking about
I'm
the
thinking
gym
about
teacher.
I'm thinking about Mr. Cooper.
No. It's a show. It's a show. He was like
He a little too young.
you know, he played basketball, whatever, and he
So did the coach.
was a joke. They was teaching a class, and he was literally doing some like carpentry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching the show in the '90s, and they're showing you in carpentry. Even you watch Saved by the Bell, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, I say
All right,
that.
Saved by the Bell, right? All right,
Yeah.
they showed legit skills in the school, right, of them doing things.
I'm
like,
thinking about it. Yeah, you
like
right.
so you always saw
like electric and things
electric,
like
everything.
that.
So it was a normal thing.
We definitely don't have
Master plumbers
a workshop.
can
We
make
don't have that.
easy 6 figures. Easy. Electrician. Who you think did your lights here?
Electrician. So when I went to trade school,
Supply like this. These are jobs
Supply and
that
demand, simple.
everyday people need.
Exactly.
So when you take it out the school system, so what you thought was going to happen?
yeah. What is
So what it is, it's everything's strategic, bro. Respectfully, it's strategic. It's not by mistake. A lot of our parents benefited extremely well off of being in unions. They was able to have black wealth. They was able to save money, have benefits, and then provide us a certain kind of education, you know, or give people the option to go to a private school or go to public school or put you in another activity. The union is the backbone of us. We're products of unions. My mother worked for 1199 SCIU.
the blue collar jobs, like hardworking.
There you go. Right. So mom worked for 1199 for 16 years. My father worked for Transit for 27 years.
Yeah.
Right. So those benefits, I chipped my tooth at 59. Elementary school at 136. Right. My mom, we was able to get that fixed before I got to high school.
$11.99 insurance.
99 insurance, right?
Yeah.
There's some cats that don't have that. Respectfully, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a lot of things that they take from us that we have to provide. That's why I started an organization, Opportunities for Southeast Queens Millennials. Because I know when I came home, a lot of the resources wasn't in front of my face. And I had to scratch and crawl to kind of find the resources, the opportunities. And I said, I know the average 30-year-old, it's not going to go as hard as I did to find resources. So what I did, I started an organization, and I wanted to bring the resources to everybody. So that was my way of meeting people where they are. Because another thing is, in what I know is in our community, is that they say, oh, we have these resources, but they don't come to our meetings. Yo, forget your meeting. Why don't you do your meeting with them? Meet them where they are.
Yeah, you go.
Go to where they at. And that's why I wanted to do it. I do things like I do young professional networking events all across the Southeast Queens area. Women heritage events, you know, just networking events, panache.
And that's what stands out about you is because you're on attack mode. You're not just, well, what
Yeah,
you want me
what's
to do?
next?
How some people will say, well, if the people don't want to do anything about it, say that the streets are dirty. Well, the people don't want to clean up their own streets. You're like, no, let's go to them. Let's get it done. Yeah,
Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
and again, being from the community, and I'm sure it hurts him to see his community like that, and that's why I'm like,
You know,
Hollis has always been like.
But it's not even Hollis. I think the thing that bothers me the most, and when you run for office, you know, when you are in the seat, the people that complain the most are the ones that kind of like fall back. Right? It's like, okay, now hey, I'm doing the change. This is what I'm doing. Let's get me in office. Then I can put you on for this, put you on for that, X, Y, and Z.
yeah.
And it's like the fallback thing is just crazy to me. And I'm talking about friends and close relatives. Like, it don't make sense for me.
When you say fall back, you mean like they'll complain and then don't do anything?
Yeah. It's like we can have this conversation at the house and Thanksgiving or whatever. But when it's time for action to change the situation,
you don't see them.
change the complaint, it's far they're gone.
Okay, so
Not a lot of
basically,
people not a lot of people take action on what they say. So if they complaining about something, they just gonna sit and complain. 'Cause
That's the
what
part
they
for
know how to
me.
do. That's what they know what to do.
That that's the part for me that is tough. And the one of the other parts is black men. Black men being active or caring about the neighborhood, right? You know, the hood.
Yeah.
That part, even at that rally, I think I even mentioned, I said, you know, there's more black sisters here. There's black men. And I know a lot of black men.
Yeah.
Play sports my whole life, right? What is it? What is it? It has nothing. It has. I was on the phone today with a cat. He was maybe like 50, 52 years old, and he was talking, and he was like, "Yo, like yeah, like a lot of us growing up, you know, we wasn't in the house watching the news. We wasn't in the house, you know, kind of paying attention to politics and government and stuff like that. But when we got a little older and seeing things affect us, then we start to pay attention. This is 50-something years old, this brother talking to me. So now, we're not talking about, oh, young people don't come out to do this. Nah, it's not a young, it's not a 20, it's not a 30, it's not a 40, 50. It's a black man thing that we're falling back. And I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. All I can do is when you're in it, when you're in the game, you got to keep moving forward, right? You can't sit there and worry about what's going on, what old lineman messed up, right? Why the D line didn't get to the quarterback? Why we can't figure it out? We just got to go. But it's something that's so crazy. It's on my mind to see black men kind of take a fall back to advocacy or speaking up, because every one of us is going to be the head of our household in a way, right? Yeah. Like we're going to have kids. We're going to have to be that voice. Yeah. And I think it's interesting, and it has nothing to do with the age either. It's literally, there's cats in their 50s, there's cats in their 20s. They just don't care.
Maybe it's fear. Like fear of being suppressed, fear of the cops, fear of authority. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people don't.
It's just like
they feel like their voice is not like, I'm just a regular black man. My voice not gonna be heard. Like it's nothing. Like they just.
I think it's more of a. It's how it always been. It's how it always gonna be.
Yeah,
it's a lack of hope type of thing.
It's a settling mindset, basically. It's more so like
that's what they. But that's the thing. That's what they want us to be. That's how they want us to be. They don't want another, Martin Luther King come out and
Kanye West said it best, bro. There's nothing more dangerous than a black man thinking.
With knowledge, yeah. And nothing more dangerous.
I think it's just maybe it's a lack of hope, or that things are going to change, or they think that are available. Oh, there's nothing been available, so I'm gonna figure it out on my own, type of thing. Like we got that, we got the hustling mentality that I'm gonna figure it out.
But what I will say though, I feel like with our generation though, it's a little different. We're a little more aggressive now. Like I feel like our tolerance levels, since especially with social media putting everything in our faces, our tolerance levels are just a little lower than the past generation. Because usually they be like, oh, that's just how it is. Oh, this is what it is. Like even when it comes to jobs and stuff like that, we don't even settle in jobs. We're not complacent. We're not on some we'll stay here. We'll sit with this. This is fine. No, we always want more for ourselves. So I feel like this is gonna get to a point where there's gonna be more and more advocacy. Because like I start to see it now. Like even there's more people our age starting to advocate more. It's like speak up.
Like for example, like Black Lives Matter movement that just happened recently. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that happened like last summer. Like, yeah. What is going on now? Like nobody's talking. I don't hear nobody talking about Black Lives Matter anymore. I don't hear nobody posting no post. I don't see nobody posting no posts on IG, making any videos about it. Nobody really saying anything. So what you're saying is technically true. Like people are falling back because for what? I don't know.
When it's a fad, when it's something hot to talk about. We'll talk about it.
I don't even think it was a fad. I think people was really hurt. People was really, there was times I was literally just aggravated. I was stressed. I was stressed, and I think it was more stressed because I didn't have answers for my friends. Mm-hmm. They come to me like, "Yo, James, like, what can we do? Like, what can we do?" And at one point, I never had an answer because I'm in government. I know the game. We're gonna do this, and we got this. We got pennies. We got this amount of pennies, and we're missing out on so much to keep you quiet, to keep you calm. And that's what happened. I think I was saying all the time, it was a perfect time to make America uncomfortable. And, did we capitalize on it? No, we didn't. We could have asked for anything. There were jobs making $100,000 easily that could have been negotiated to have young people working on boards, big time companies. That there's just a lot of things we could have asked for because it was our time too, and we just really didn't. And that's just part of the understanding of the power of being in office, because I could put you on to a lot of things, or I could rock you to sleep. And there's a reason why you don't know a lot of stuff that's going on in the community. There's a reason why you can't name your elected official.
So you just made a point about there's a reason why we don't know our elected officials. And could you explain that? Because that was actually like pulling our card. Because if you ask me right now, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like, I live in Southside, so I live in Jamaica.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you who's running for city council and where I'm from. And is it because I didn't do my due diligence, or is it because no one's telling me, trying to inform me that they're running?
Are y'all registered to vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody's registered to vote. So there's a system called VAN, VAN. You ever get text messages from somebody running?
Sometimes I do, actually. Yes.
Text messages, right, or email from somebody, a candidate, because your stuff is in a system, and that system shows if you are a consistent voter, what they call a voter that rain, sleet, or snow, you're going to vote. We call that a triple prime voter, right? And electeds a lot of times just focus on the triple prime voter. So, meaning that, and I'm going through right now, so my team, we have to go knock on every door, and we go by the van, it's an app, boom, and it shows, okay, this person in this house has 5 people that live in the house, but only 2 people in the house vote. The other 3 don't. So, do you knock on the door? Do you target that person? Do you give that mailer to that person? Or do you go to the next door in the house that have 5 people and everybody votes? Right? So now if I go and look up your van system and it says you don't vote.
You're not going to go there.
Yeah, why would I go there?
Because they're not going to vote anyway.
Yeah,
So why?
Yeah, why would I go
So,
there?
all right, cool. So you don't vote. That means, in simplistic terms, you don't exist.
Because you don't have a voice.
They,
So
they,
you don't have to
they
say
don't care,
something.
they don't care about whether you vote or
You
not.
can't.
If
You cannot
vote.
You
then-
cannot vote them. You can't. This is a job. I'm applying for a job, right? If I'm applying for this job, the only way I get the job is if you vote. So if you don't vote, I'm not going to go
Yeah, out your way.
out my way to target you.
It's like so little time in the world for me wasting my time for a person that doesn't vote.
Money, time is a real thing, right? So,
Yeah.
so now, this is my theory. I don't, people might not agree, whatever, not. But if I targeted, really inspired, if I got somebody, I believe I inspire people like us to vote, right?
You definitely do.
Right? So if I can get even, because there's more young people that aren't elders. There's more young people that and under probably 50 that are 60 and up, right? If I can get everybody to vote, then we will always have our own candidate, millennial candidate.
Yep.
Does that make sense? So a lot of times electeds don't want to see young guys, young sisters vote because they can't appeal to them.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody
says.
says.
Yeah, they can't relate.
They can't relate. They can't appeal. They're gonna tell you something else. I don't care, and I'm a candidate. And I'm gonna say what I gotta say. They can't appeal to you. They don't speak your language. They just don't see. They can't. Like a lot of them are squares.
Yeah.
A lot of them are squares. They wasn't cool at the they wasn't at the cool table at school, right? So you're a threat. You're young. You're handsome. You're smart. You're educated. You have your own mind. Voter suppression has different forms, right? So if I don't give you information about something, if you don't vote, that means that you don't put your mans on or your sister on to outvote me. So if I've been in office for 30 years, you're not a threat to take my job.
Because they
We don't even know.
because we don't know about it, and they know we don't know about it,
Yeah.
and don't tell them about it.
Keep them ignorant.
Yeah, and
That's
and the
it.
people that
Ignorant
been
means just don't know, right?
yeah, so
right,
just keep that is actually crazy.
So people gonna say, oh, he's bugging. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm in the system. I see how they deal with young people. They don't want you in the room, especially respectfully. A lot of people. I'm gonna get in trouble saying this, but whatever. It's not really elders want to see young people in the room. It's a lot of times the elders that are in position that don't want young people in the room. It's the craziest thing in the world to see. Like it's the craziest thing in the world to see. They tell you to pull your pants up, right? To look like a proper young man, you do that.
Yeah.
Right? They tell you to be respectful to women. You do that, right?
It's not enough for them.
Right? They tell you to go to class to get a proper education, right?
Yeah.
You do that, right? They tell you to go away to school and get a bachelor's degree and you'll be successful. They lied about that. Right? You do that. Then you come home and do the work and start doing work in the community.
They like, don't do that.
Not only do they try not to tell you to do it, they try to suppress
Yeah, they try to control
your
what you do.
ideas, your control. A lot of support I'm not getting is because I'm not controlled. A lot of support that I'm not getting from the institution is because I'm not a controlled candidate.
You're not controllable.
You're not willing to be a puppet.
I'm not a puppet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna address the real issues. I'm gonna listen. It's fascinating, but I know the things, and all they do is, for my race, for example, you got a lot of young candidates running now, right? A lot of young people running, right? They coming from out of nowhere, also, you know, right? You never see them a day in your life, whatever, cool, right? And all they do is they get a young candidate
And control them.
Dress 'em
He's
up.
the
say,
face. He's the
we're,
face.
We're elevating young people.
Dress them up.
We're
They not-
elevating them. What do you mean? We're pushing young people in office. Whole time they can.
It's a form of control.
I see.
So voter suppression, just to get back to that, is I'm not giving you information. There's a reason why you don't need an elected official, bro. It's a reason why they're not targeting you. You don't vote. You're not a triple prime voter, right? And I can make an extra effort to get you to vote. But for what? You're a threat. So I'm going to ride this bad boy out until the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
So it's just put that in perspective for y'all. Is
This actually mind-boggling. I'm like, damn.
I'm really thinking about it.
I'm a part of the problem, but it's like,
well, it's not your fault.
Yeah, I literally don't know.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy coming from someone that's like he's in it and he's
Yeah.
young. What, 29, 30?
30.
Yeah, 30. Well, about to be 24. So we around the same age, not too. And to hear that come out his mouth is like
That's
is
actually crazy, but it makes sense if you think about it. It's like,
Bro.
how do you control somebody? You control the information. You control what they know.
Yeah.
If you don't know better, you can't do better. So it's like,
Ignorance is bliss.
And that's also and he.
So
him
I
being related-
can't even get upset at my
Yeah.
mans or my homegirls or my close relatives because they don't know. So I'm doing something that looks far. I remember
going against the grain.
Yeah, I'm as far like I remember the first time I started raising money, and I remember this woman, and she said, "What is this for?" And I was so mad. I'm like, "What the hell you mean? What is this for?" You see all
for the
you see-
community.
see the
to
problem?
see.
you see all the stuff I'm doing now. What you mean? What is this for? But you know what? Somebody might think it's for this suit. They might think it's for the suit. They might think it's for my girl's bag or for my car. They don't know that it costs $1,500 a month for van. That same system. They don't know it costs $4,500 or more for election attorney, just for petitions. They don't know how much it costs for texting. That text the texting app you get
Yeah.
for when somebody texts you say, "Hey, I'm James Johnson. I'm running for city council." How much that costs? How much digital ads cost? How much consultants cost? They don't know. How can I get upset at that? Right? So it's information. Information is one of the biggest issues, crisis we have in our community. We just don't know.
Yep.
So I can sit there and tell you, I can do this, boom, 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 boom. You don't understand it because we have a habit. We're 30, 20-something years old, right? Our whole life we hasn't know, and our parents didn't know. I guess I was on the phone with somebody else in the 50s telling me that they didn't watch the news, they didn't do this growing up, our age. I'm a unicorn to them.
Yeah.
How many cats you know in the hood that's running for office?
You.
Right? So like, and they're gonna say, oh yeah, there's other people that's really in the community, like really that can chop it up. Yo, what's up, bro? That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just take that whole segment is, if you don't vote, you don't exist.
If you don't vote, you don't exist.
Everyone in District 27,
Please
make sure
vote.
y'all vote.
Make sure you exist.
I don't even live in this district, and I see what you're doing, and I had to support that. I had to, hey, this is what I got. Hope that helps.
And if you don't, just because you don't know doesn't mean you can't go out and find the information. So
but that's the other thing too, that the elders, they kind of get upset. They said we have more information. We have $800 phones and stuff like that, right? Why can't we find out? We could find out, Kanye's newest shoe, right? But we can't find out who our elected officials are.
Because for one, Kanye's newest shoe is probably thrown in their face. The information is being given.
It's definitely on the shade.
Give them the information.
Definitely on the shade, bro.
Yeah, like what I don't like, what I noticed, it's actually scary about technology. It kind of is already programmed to put out stuff that you want to see.
Social engineering.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that
Certain
being
key
said,
things are
if they like you said, if the elders really want to see us out there, really trying to voice our opinions, I noticed that the older generation, they don't like that. I don't know what it is. They don't like hearing the younger generation's opinions.
Maybe they don't like passing the torch. Like,
they don't
want to see the young
It's a
guy.
race. They forgot they got the baton in their hand. We running, bro.
They keeping a torch until their deathbed.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example. This dude, he was in politics, and he said that his aunt had a pie, and the pie was amazing. It was a great pie, and he used to always ask his aunt, "Hey, do you have the ingredients? Like I want to know how to make the pie." Right, the pie is amazing.
Don't give you the recipe.
And like, the aunt would never give the recipe. She died. The pie went with her.
Yeah, the world never got to receive
She never passed the recipe down.
Is that into the story? I'm in denial still. Like, she really ain't passed it down?
She really didn't pass it down, bro.
Damn, that's horrible.
And now the world is denied that pie that could have maybe opened up a business right there.
Even like that's his aunt.
Yeah,
like
that people
like what are you holding on to this for this long? But it's the fact that you felt I'm not going to need you anymore.
Oh, I see.
Ooh, you know what?
That's it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna need you anymore. So if I give it to you, you could just take it and go.
And you're never gonna come visit.
Yeah.
So to the people in charge, it's like, no, you do need me. You do need me.
I'm older. I got more experience. I got more wisdom. You need me.
The moment you pass that, listen, there are 2-year-olds that know how to work iPhones, bro.
It's crazy, actually. Yeah.
All you gotta do is give them the phone.
Kids are grown. Their brains are developing at a faster rate because they're dealing with more outside stimulus quicker, and with those phones and stuff. They get a lot of things thrown at them.
Bro, my little brother, he be upstairs on his iPad, on the laptop, on the computer, and he learned how to play songs on the piano.
Yeah, didn't you say
he taught himself how to play piano. Right?
That's a different level of genius.
I mean, it's so many things of why you don't know what's going on, and it's our responsibility. The average black man I run into, they say they don't do politics. The average black man, and why I keep mentioning the black man, because the sisters are doing the damn thing. The sisters have higher education.
Isn't there a statistic on that?
Yeah, they have
go to school
higher
more,
education than anybody else. And they'll quote me on that, but they're just doing it. They're doing the damn thing. So like it's like majority of my team are sisters. And it wasn't on purpose. It's just like they're reliable. And it's not to say like there are any brothers that's not reliable, but it's like, hey, yo, I need a consultant. Oh, she's a sister. Oh, field director. She's a sister. Any guys?
Like you said, you're a unicorn. There's not.
And it's crazy. I remember the first time I heard, and I'm very, the sisters are doing the damn thing.
Yeah,
It's just,
no
you just
disrespect
wish
to
you can bring everybody to the table.
Like
And I'm only running for office because we've had dictators for so long tell you what you want instead of asking you what you need or what you want. What is your vision? Public service. You literally. I work for a public service elected official. You pay their salary. It comes out your taxes. So we literally work for you.
You know, I always wondered about that. It's like, if you think about it, like law enforcement, all that stuff, like they work for us. Like, we're your boss technically. We employ, we pay. Like, we're the ones paying your things. So it's like that kind of respect should be given, but it's not. It's
not. It's not given because we don't vote. Let me say this: we vote, but we don't have an agenda on what we're voting for. So the elders, a lot of time, they would just vote just to vote, right? And they understood the power of voting, though. They understood, like, the civil rights movement, voting is so important. We wasn't allowed to vote, right?
Yeah.
But then you get some of these black elected officials that start shucking driving, right? And say, yeah, we're going to do this, and they make their deals, and they're hurting our communities, right?
Yeah.
It's the reason why our roads look the way our roads look, the reason why our schools look the way our schools look.
What's up with that? I'm just curious. Like, what kind of funding? Because, like, I'm pretty sure you drive on these roads. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm just curious. Like, how does that work? Because the Southern State, I don't know when's the last time the Southern State ever been touched. and right next to the Bell Parkway, like, that's like a death trap right there. I done lost two tires at one time.
So federal fights for the funding.
All right.
It goes federal, then goes state, and then it goes.
So we got to talk to those people about that. Cause
federal fights for the funding, then state kind of gets the funding from federal, and then state gives it down to.
So you're like fighting for whatever's left, like the scrap.
Well, no, it gets dispersed. Let's say you're giving $1 million, right? And that $1 million, you have to fight for 25,000 of that $1 million.
Oh,
right? It can be given to parks. It can be given to schools. It can be given to buildings. It can be so it can be allocated to different things in the community. So I think fighting for our funding is one thing that we just need, but it's really about the mayor can give a certain kind of funding to a community. Whether the mayor is giving us that funding, that's another conversation, right? If a mayor can give or a city council member can help get that funding from that mayor and fight in City Hall to get the funding to the district. That's what we're fighting for.
Yeah,
right?
for the money.
For the money. The money to come back to the district so we can disperse it to what we need.
Community.
What would be one of the major places that you wanted to distribute the money? Would it be schools? Would it be community centers? What is like a big chunk of whatever is given to you?
That's a good question.
What would be something like, this is a major thing that we need to do, we'll prioritize it? I guess a priorities list, I guess. That'd be a better framework.
I speaking to y'all, definitely community center. Community center. We need a community center so bad to replace PAL. We never replaced PAL.
No, I'm thinking about
We
it.
need a center like in Roy or like
No, like something like
Roy. We have Roy Wilkins is our community center.
Roy's
We need one over here.
another one because they turned that one into like an elementary school, I think.
Nah, I was just about to ask. Besides Roy, what's
There
the
is
other?
no other. There's only Roy.
I was really just thinking about. I'm like, yo.
Yeah,
And Roy been quiet for a little bit too.
I told you that we are.
Like,
I told you in the
we
beginning.
have it, but then it's empty.
We're a community center desert.
Yeah, like
Meaning we have one community in my district, the District 27.
Yeah.
We have one community center.
that's beast.
Where's that at?
Roy Wilkins.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see how that
I
works.
said it takes 3 buses
But
to get to the nearest Roy Wilkins.
Yeah, but
Then there's community center.
there's none over here in the
None over
same
here.
district. I see.
In this area. It's the same district, but we only have one. Other communities, we deserve, and we've had other community centers in the past, but we have to bring it back. And if we can't build a community center, then open up the schools to be our small community centers. Right? And I think that's common sense for me. But it's a lot of bureaucracy. So I think that definitely is. And addressing our storefronts, I'm 30, and I know y'all, 25, right?
24, 25.
25, right? 24, 25. Y'all have seen storefronts vacant for probably more than y'all your whole lives.
Yeah, business just closed, just empty. Yeah.
Just a storefront that's empty. Murdoch and Springfield, for example, right? Or on
Yeah,
Hollis.
right there.
You know, right in Hollis Deli.
Right next to
Hollis Deli. There's across the street.
You talking about those buildings that just be closed?
Yeah, they're just empty. Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
It's a
That
plot
just
of land.
reminded me
Nobody...
of something. I did a project probably like a year ago, like when I was in college, like my senior year. And it was like a gentrification project. So I was driving through the hood south side. I was looking at different buildings that were getting shut down, different buildings that was opening, and it made me realize just about on like at least every other block, there is at least 2-3 stores just closed for nothing.
Probably isn't for nothing. Maybe we don't know.
No, well, the owners they're getting a tax break from being closed, so you can have, so
Because of COVID?
No, just in general.
Before COVID,
they're getting a tax break for being closed.
Before COVID.
Yeah, before
That's
COVID.
ridiculous.
Yeah, let's buy.
2 years.
Think about it, down the block from you, right here.
Yeah.
So, this corner, the Muslim.
The Muslim spot?
Yeah, across the street.
Yeah.
That's been vacant for 10 years.
Deli, that deli that's right there. Yeah, it has been vacant. The
Right.
one that's next
That
to
deli, that vacant spot over here, 202nd.
Yeah.
Further up.
Oh, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was boarded up for a little while.
Yeah, it was next to the tire spot, I think.
Yeah, right. So further up, the next block. Yeah, the next block.
I think I know.
So yeah, that's been vacant for probably like 10 years. So the owner of the establishment gets a tax break. It's called depreciation of value, meaning that I can keep this bad boy vacant and pretty much saying that my business is not doing well, but the value doesn't depreciate because the area doesn't go down.
Wow.
Not at all.
So you can, like on Murdoch, right next to OCP.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I remember I did the Black Man March.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, what are we doing? What's all this going on here? Right? Vacant for 10 years.
Is it because it's a commercial spot?
That is a commercial and it's an LLC under it, and you get a tax break. So a lot of landlords will just sit on the property.
Yeah, that's exactly because
they'll just sit on it.
In Southside, that's the same thing.
They sit on it. They don't sell it. They just sit on the property.
I never knew why, and I'm like, why doesn't someone just buy? I'm thinking if someone's an entrepreneur, why don't you just buy this spot and try to do something with it?
Because the community, because you're not holding the landlord accountable.
Wow.
Legislation. So what I would put in is that you have to have a business in your property.
You can't just sit on it. Yeah.
You can't. 1 year.
It has to be
If it's not 1 year, you have to be fined tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're talking about now is teenagers, is elementary school kids that's walking past. You see vacant storefronts. You like, oh, you live in the hood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But mind you, the house on that Murdoch on that corner is worth $650,000, $700,000. So it's actually bringing down the value of the area because if you put a nice little restaurant there, whatever, that's actually
the business to kick up, money start flowing.
It becomes more appealing.
Coming through the area, yeah.
And then wait till gentrification comes, and then that's when the real restaurants come.
Like we used to have.
The only thing they're building up right now is Jamaica Ave.
Yeah.
You see all the hotels coming up.
Target just came.
Yeah,
Like
that.
if you remember,
Wait, hold on.
We used to have Hollis Burger.
Is a Target over there?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
I don't know if you was around, but we used to have Hollis Burger.
Yeah.
Hollis Burger, Run DMC. Everybody used to come over there. Yeah. Used to have tourists coming through Hollis all the time. But once Hollis Burger closed down, it was just overflow of that. Like,
yeah, we're looking to bring things back like that, and that's what a city council member. You have to have vision. Yeah. You want to find the entrepreneurs, find the grants, and young brothers like yourself open business. People, if you do it right, I think a lot of times people open businesses and they don't know what the hell they're doing. They just say, "Oh, I'm gonna open an ice cream shop." You know about ice cream, bro? Like,
How you gonna open an ice cream shop? You don't know about ice cream.
You don't know about ice cream, right? You don't know the foot traffic. You don't know how many people actually come in or walk on your block a day, right? You don't know the market. What's Cold Stone selling? What's Haagen-Dazs selling, right? You got to study what you're doing. So I think that we got to have trainings for entrepreneurship, and I think I want to start that.
That was one of the questions I was about to ask you. Say, picture you're in office now. One of the moves is, okay, let's get people to start up businesses and have the businesses reside in the neighborhoods. Is that something that you're trying to
absolutely
boost revenue that's coming in?
Absolutely, that's how we have to have businesses forced by us, and like I said, that corner store on 205 in Hollis, right? Everything's expired. No, sir. Respectfully, I'm gonna say this to y'all. Please be careful what we eat in our corner stores. because a lot of times we don't look. We moving and grooving, we out and about, and we don't even look at the expiration date. And there's been plenty of times I'm like, what do you do? Like, man, it's so much stuff to talk. But when you go in a store, a grocery store, the fruit is supposed to be fresh.
Yeah.
We're so, and my homegirl named Diana Rose, shout out to her. Y'all should have her on. Diana Rose, she does like a sustainability. And it's pretty much talking about what is in our supermarkets. Like what's selling, what is produce.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Trader Joe's, everything's fresh.
Yeah.
You go to Key Food, it's like, yo.
You see the difference between
bro.
you see the difference between like
Spoiled.
Whole Food store
yeah.
and then the quality of food that we're ingesting.
Which
and
is
not-
crazy, right? So I think for me, like it's just a joke, right? So
That's tough.
when you see chicken and chicken says no steroids in it, why the hell was chicken steroids ever in chicken?
in the first place, and that's what we eat.
It's crazy because it's cheaper and it's like
Makes the chicken grow.
it's
You
a
know what I'm
quality control thing.
Why
It
was
goes back to
steroids ever in
control. It goes back to control.
When Transit said we're going to start spraying everything down on the train for COVID. What the hell?
What would you do before?
They just wasn't
So you wasn't cleaning it. You wasn't. They wasn't.
We're gonna
They weren't.
sanitize. We're gonna sanitize.
Hold on. Did you guys see that picture of the bench? Like when they finally they cleaned the actual bench from the subway. So the actual color of the subway bench is light brown. It's not dark brown. That dark brown that we see is
It's
dirt.
the tint. That's just
saying?
disgusting.
That-
The tint of
like,
dirt they haven't cleaned for years.
The fact that there's a
took a
pic,
pandemic.
you can look it up. The actual color of a bench on a subway is light brown. So when you sitting on the bench and it's dark brown,
If I wish that I can give y'all some of the things I know, and it's
Yeah,
really
you ain't gotta tell nobody.
yeah
Nah.
no it's just a lot of stuff, bro.
You gotta keep it on hush hush.
Yeah.
oh, you know, we want you to keep your job, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
because
worry.
we want you in the office,
I-
and then pull us up in there after that.
What and that's the thing.
When
Like,
the camera's off.
we gotta have when the cameras on, right? We have to have. I need help.
Yeah,
Like I literally can't do this like by myself. Like if it's not door knocking, if it's not phone banking, if it's not like getting the word out on the gram, yo, this the guy, this the bro. Like vote for him. This is it.
definitely.
And that's the movement, right? And if I can't inspire y'all to vote, then I don't need to be in office. Respectfully. And the reason why everybody votes in presidential races is because there's more money for ads, millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
Top money in mine is $200,000. You talking about Biden? What, $60 million probably? Whatever kind of amount. They have big money for campaigns.
Yeah,
Eric Adams, he had to raise $8 million for mayor.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Right? And we actually, black people, they actually were shocked because of how much money I raised. Because I have the most contributors in the race. I have 960 people that donated.
Yeah,
Shout out to y'all.
250 people, 258 people live in the district. So that's like,
that's what I was saying. I don't even live in a district, and I had to go throw some money.
So for me to have 258 people in the district, that's like, damn, that's a base. That's a strong little base right there.
because usually it doesn't
Because
happen.
there's people that that donate, they live in Maryland or they donate. So there's candidates that say, "Oh, I'm from the community." You look at where the money's coming from, you're like, "What? You're not valid."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're not valid.
You know, so that is so we like I said, we raised the money. There's 8 people in the entire borough of Queens of 8 candidates for the entire borough of Queens. That maxed out. I'm one of the 8 candidates. So I can't raise any more money. I can't have anything else that would be a fine. And I'm proud of that. But a lot of times the reputation in Southeast Queens, that black electors can't raise money. So that's why Eric goes so hard. He's like, yo, y'all don't respect us. Y'all don't respect us.
But I could do it.
Yeah, so advertise it, and they don't really advertise it like that. They don't really because it's like that strength, like 930. The nearest person that had, and I can show you the graph. The nearest person was like 600, 600.
Wow.
I'm smoking them.
Yeah, but you got him out of landslide.
Smoking them.
Yeah. With making money. So now, what we do with the money? Being smart with it, but just door knocking, needing brothers like you, sisters, young sisters, just to get on the ground and do this thing. But the support we're getting, It's phenomenal. Miss Nada from 59, right?
Yeah.
You know, she's supporting us. Like, there's a lot of our teachers, a lot of, you know, former principals now,
Now, you're
coaches.
you're
Rufus,
definitely.
Rufus was with me.
Shout out to
I
Rufus.
did. Shout out to Rufus.
Rufus was with me
Yesterday, I think. I spoke to him today. He said, "Yeah, I just spoke to him yesterday," and I was like, "Yo,
I was with Rufus yesterday. Rufus is man. Shout out to Rufus.
talking to you for this little short period of time, I've learned so much that damn, I don't know anything about what's going on where I'm from,
That's on purpose.
and the
That's
fact
not-
that
that's
there's
not
someone,
you. That's not you. That's on purpose.
yeah, and the fact that there's someone that's not even they 6 years older than me, and they're giving me game like, yo, this is what's really going on, and that got me like, wow.
You know what's annoying, bro? It's like I feel like we all knew this, but it's like the fact that like, you know, we're getting a breakdown of how it goes about. It's trash.
There's no whistleblower.
It's like, yo, bro, this
and
is
he's
trash.
he's shaking it up. He's like, yo, this is what's going on. Wake up, people. Wake up, people. And that's what the communities do need.
We
It's
need,
people like
we need
you
that because nobody.
waking them up.
If nobody comes and says anything, nobody's gonna make any moves, bro. Nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah,
Nobody's
And
gonna
whenever
say-
y'all see me out there, bro, whenever y'all see me out there advocating and yelling and screaming,
Yeah.
literally, bro, there's people in the background saying, "How can we stop this guy?
Mm-hmm.
They
He's
not gonna
giving too
stop
much.
you.
He's giving too much information out. He's advertising too many issues.
Yeah.
We got to keep everybody quiet. You know, Malcolm X called it Novocaine, keep people everybody numb.
Yeah.
Right? They put Novocaine in your tooth.
Numb it. You don't feel
And
it.
you be bleeding down your mouth.
But you don't feel that. You
don't feel it.
you
get
wounded,
punched-
but you don't
you
feel
get
it.
punched in the mouth every time, and you just numb. So they want you numb to everything's going on in our community, and they want your eyes closed. And they want to say, "Yeah, we did this. What we doing? You know, what we doing?" And when we get to that age, I'm about to have a baby girl.
Yeah.
You know, she's
Congrats.
doing
Congrats on that.
Congratulations.
You know, and your mind start like, "Yo, what school they going to?" It really
Now
like
you
drastically
starting to think.
changes.
Yeah.
Like,
Now you
It's
start
like
thinking about
right now is
yeah,
is this
because it's
community
it's
really what you
$30,000. It's $30,000 of paying for school. Cause my frat brothers, they paying $30,000 for their kids to go to school, or you send your kids to public school and have to like worry about
what this is.
right. And by the numbers, and I didn't even talk about that. The numbers of our test scores in our area in District 29 school district.
Yeah, we
District
already-
29 school district.
We know how that go. We went.
We talk about in the 30s for ELA.
I think we all went to
No,
jail.
we all went to Jack. We know how
Not
this.
Jack, but Jack is not like campus is a different. I'm talking about elementary school.
Oh, even it's down to that too.
I'm talking about ELA reading 30,
It's just
28, 26, 16.
not- So now when you don't even
I
want to
don't
put your
want
child
100.
in, you don't want to put your child in that.
This is the test scores.
Yeah.
This is the test scores. The test scores is PS 176 is in the 60s for ELA.
That's ridiculous.
PSMS 147 might be in the 30s.
So my question is to you.
It's the teachers? Is it
I
the
was
teachers?
just about to say, would
Or
you
is
say
it the
it's
kids?
teachers or what do you say?
It could
that
be
is?
the teaching format of how we're teaching our kids, and it also could be the services we're not providing. Because in Southeast Queens, we have a high population, especially in this zip code area right here in Hollis, of foster care kids. Right?
I like that answer. 'Cause
Right.
what I would say,
Yeah.
a lot of the times that plays a huge role into it. It's not even there's always an issue. They always try to put the blame on the teachers. Sometimes, but it's the teachers.
No. It's what do we how we
It's a combination. It's the
yeah.
environment and just like how you were saying. Like
a
you
teacher
know,
should teach.
A teacher.
A teacher should not be a mental health therapist.
yeah, and
They're
then
not a guidance counselor.
Yeah.
You have some schools that have part-time guidance counselors.
exactly.
You must be a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like, so it's kind of crazy because if you think about it, a lot of the times
You got 40 kids,
you
and if
dealing
one of them
with
kids are having a horrible day because of the product their environment.
Yep.
you have no it's crazy. I actually spoke to a kid before, and I was just talking to him, and he's telling me he's really he wears heart on his sleeve. You can see it. Like if you sneeze at him, he'll cry. Like
Yeah.
he's very sensitive.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him, and he's talking about, oh, my dad died the day before Christmas last year.
Traumatic.
And I'm like, damn.
So bringing mental health services. is
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
definitely a big thing.
Huge.
And these are the things that these kids deal with on the daily. And I had another kid, they like, oh, I miss my friends. I'm tired of just sitting in my house by myself. That's a mental struggle for them. And
That is a big thing,
And that-
mental health. Because my mental health growing up, I was crazy. All I needed was was some type of guidance, some type of like help to tell me like, okay, bro, you don't have to do this. You know what I mean? You could come and do this.
And that's where football came
No,
in.
and that's when football came
And
through.
that's why it's one
You know
big
what I'm
thing
saying?
that
So
he's
he
here for. He's like, for the kids that don't
you,
have
you're
anything.
you're taking it away. You're taking everything away from us.
Yeah.
The resources that I grew up with are gone. It's like it didn't exist. Y'all don't even know how much basketball we played more basketball than we played football at times.
Yeah.
Like Sylvan Lansborough, Cal O'Quinn can't play for the Rifles, bro. Like in the gym.
Oh, yeah, he went to Jack too.
But the Rifles, bro, he came from Rifles, bro. Like he didn't come from. We talking about Lance used to play in Roy in the gym.
Yeah.
Like Tobias Harris, all these cats was at Roy.
Wait, you talking about Lance Stevenson?
Lance Stevenson, bro.
Was that Roy?
Play- It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I
Rifles.
knew that. Everybody know that.
Rifles.
Rifles used to have, because Barnett used to have go out, go home, and go out, go home was the Rifles.
Yeah.
So it was in-house program. We had the in-house program. Shout out to Coach Pop. Coach Pop.
Coach
It
Pop.
was, you know, and yo, bro. Oh, y'all should interview Pop next. And
Get a list of people.
yeah,
bro.
it's because it's just the conversation of what the problem is. We don't know what we had, so we don't know how forward we can move, how we can move forward. So we don't know what we had. Yo, I can tell you what we had. We had skill sets. Our parents had plumbing, carpentry, electrician. Like they had these things that they just had skills with. We don't have nothing. So now we all focus on, yo, I'm gonna go to college, or if I don't go to college, I'm a bum. That's not true.
That's a fact. That's how I felt.
And every other culture, they taking advantage of the union job.
Learn a skill. Look,
Yeah.
you're
They
gonna
take
learn a
advantage
skill.
of these
And
jobs.
it's crazy because it took me to go to college to realize, college is cool, but it's not important as people make it seem like you
It's
can
not-
be
it's
good for
successful.
certain things, yeah.
It's good for
Bro,
certain things.
There are parents that are making that correction officers that are making 140, and there are sanitation workers that's making 110 with a felony.
Yep.
Sanitation workers only place that you got a felony and you make 6 figures. That's lit. That's black. Like how many brothers we know that sisters we know that'd be legit.
I actually know somebody that works in sanitation.
No, like
So
it's
it's like, yeah.
legit job. So, but bro, like this is about bringing back resources that we all need. Literally advocating for things we need to succeed, to stay in the community. And property tax. I ain't even talking about property tax. You know, your parent leaves you the house. Can you survive? And your salary actually pay that $42,000 or $5,000 or $8,000 property tax out here in Queens. And that's not even talking about the light bill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah.
That's not
Oh,
talking
extra
about-
commodity.
it's not talking about the mortgages, I don't know, 25. Then you got property tax, that's quarterly. Then you got the water bill, gas bill. Like, can you, and a lot of people will leave the house. I'll leave the house to my son and daughter. Let's say, for example, I leave the house to my son and daughter. Then you lose the house. The house can be paid up for. You still got to pay the
But
property
you
tax.
gotta, let's say, you still gotta come up.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of us though not even prepared for that. That's another thing, being prepared for that. So like shout out to NACA, NACA.com, NACA, NACA.com. It's a first time home buyer program. No closing costs, no down payment. They don't care about your credit score. They just want to see that you know how to save. They teach you on how to save, to purchase your home. It's a great program, been around since the 80s. And you know, I did a Buy Back the Block event last February, and I had like 150 millennials in there.
Yeah, that's something I never knew about either.
Yeah,
I know like
even hear about
like first time home buyers thing. I knew that, but NACA I never heard of that.
NACA
one.
never heard
been
of
around.
NACA,
NACA is
No down payment.
lit.
What? No down payment.
No down payment, no closing
Can I
costs.
get it?
Yeah, no closing costs. So it's opportunities like that people we just need, bro.
You don't know about it.
So you know, so we gotta make sure we got the next generation that are able to have a house in that community that they raised in.
Hold on, you almost said it, bro. We gotta do better.
Yeah,
You about to
South-
say
We
it.
gotta do better.
Southeast Queens gotta do
He's about
better.
to say
We gotta
it.
do better, man.
He's what I say. It's like,
We gotta do better.
That's all we gotta do. We gotta do better.
Before we wrap it up, can you tell the people where can they follow you at? Where can they help fund that? You know the cause.
Listen, I'm on the gram. I'm on Instagram. I don't know why I forget my Instagram. _ James J Johnson. _ James J Johnson. You can find me there because I'm pretty sure to show that the age group that's going to be here. I'm on Facebook. You just look me up. We're doing the work. If you're out there, and if I can inspire you to change this community, please come help. Come please come help. Like I said, come follow my social media. I even get my number out, 347-665-2032. 347-665-2032. Been the same number since I-59.
Reach out, man. Reach out.
There you go.
We appreciate you for coming
we
out.
need people to knock on the doors. We need people to literally go out, do phone banking. You can do that in your house. But more importantly, we kind of want to teach how much money you can get with campaigning. That's another conversation we didn't talk about. How much. There's a lot of bread. Oh, yo, what?
Campaigning,
Let me tell you, yo.
I believe it.
I'm telling you, essential work. This is an essential job. When COVID happened, what happened? Everybody just pivoted to digital. You talking about you paying a digital person $3,000 a month to run your social media.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's ridiculous.
So we talk about, and they don't look like us.
Social marketing.
Yeah,
There's a
we
lot
know
of that.
that.
We don't they look at us,
We know
right?
that.
We're talking about
Absolutely.
consulting. Oh, yo, Roy, I need Southside. Can you? Okay, well, you got to go talk to this person, that person. You got to pull this group over here. You got to pull that group. Pay you $4,000 a month to be a consultant. To be a consultant, to tell me what to do in that area, because I'm not an expert in this area. So it's a lot of money. And it's another thing.
Just gotta grab it.
They don't teach
how
as well,
how
how to
get
campaign.
it.
Because
They don't want you to know. It's a control
Look,
They
system.
want you to
As
work
y'all can
harder.
see,
They don't want you to work smarter.
James
Feel me?
J. Johnson got the game, and he giving it for the low.
He got it on
the
lock.
low.
He trying to show everybody that we got to do better.
They don't want to see you
Mine.
winning.
you got to do better.
Everybody, we gotta start using our brains. We gotta start thinking more.
Yeah. We was about to end about 3 times, and
My
he
fault.
keeps coming out with the gems because he got a lot to say.
It's a lot of things going on, but I
Gems on
really
gems on
appreciate
gems.
y'all. I really appreciate
Now
y'all.
we
doing
appreciate you
this.
coming
here,
out. Yeah,
man.
like that just made me hype. When I was getting a little tired, like before you came in,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you come with your energy that you
Yeah,
got,
we
it's
was
like
ready.
boom.
Yeah, man.
We like
That's
oh
right.
we tuned in. and
Y'all
I
the
was like,
bros, man. Y'all come from where I come from.
That's
and-
right.
and,
Queens get the money.
That's a
What
fact,
episode
bro.
number is this?
This is
15?
It's episode 15. Yep.
Episode 15. That's
15.
right.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up. Thank you. Make sure you guys go follow him, like, comment, subscribe, support, and we'll keep it close to arm with him, and you'll get some updates on what's going on his side.
Gotta
You
do
know,
better.
but we gotta do better.
That's
do better.
right.
Next week.
Yes, sir. We came a long way from where we used to be.